the spirit of a young man and an old man. Of course, there are some young men who are already old, and there are some old men who are very young also. But generally speaking, that youthful spirit of his, then his awareness and mastery over several languages. All this, and the most important being the Swaraksharams which he has left in the Sahityam of his Padavarnams. If we keep all this together in mind and approach a Swathi Kriti, he has written a lot of literary compositions also, like Padmanabha Satakam, Bhakti Manjari, Syanandura Varnana Prabandham, like that. Poetry also he has written apart from music. All this we take together and then take a lyric of a Thirunal Kriti where we don't know the ragam or the talam. It would be easier to try and project the available ideas of the spirit of Thirunal and imagine probably this is how he would have composed. I'll give you some small snippets. Firstly, I'll give you an example of a set of swarams from one of his Padavarnams in Kamas. There in the south and the north, in Indian mythology, there is a very recurring, commonly used imagery of a woman longing for her beloved, which is compared to this bird called Chakora, yearning for the moon. You can see it, it's there, but the bird will never be able to get it. So it is this hopeless longing for something which you can never get. In Hindi they say Chand Chakor also. So in this Varnam in Kamas, again there was this controversy, did Maharaja compose or were all the compositions by Tanjore Quartet? The simplest answer is that there are Varnams in Todi, in Kamas and several other ragas where it is exactly the same tune and the swarams. The Tanjore Quartet, they have put Sahityam in Telugu, while Maharaja has put Sahityam in Sanskrit. They have definitely, it's a combined effort, but the unique feature is that in Maharaja's compositions, the swarams are full of swaraksharams. I'm sure most of you know what a swaraksharam is, where the swaram and the Sahityam are the same. It is like the musical equivalent of making a pun. In Kamas Padavarnam, Sa Va Marusha, there is one Sami. Does anybody know Sami? Kamas? So Sami is there in Kamas, same tune. There is one charanam which says Krishna is telling the woman I love you and stuff like that, but only words, not followed by action. So the Nayika is complaining, saying that if the Chakora bird is yearning for the moon, you are showing the reflection of the moon in a mirror. Even if it is a jeweled mirror and it looks very beautiful, what's the point? I mean, she can't get the moon. Like that, you are deceiving me by talking nicely but only talk, no action. So that, it's a very short one-line swaram. Mani Darpana mirror, Mani Darpana, jeweled mirror. Mani Darpana Vidhu Pada Para Khaga Vidha Vimadamaya Pima Samani. That is the Sahityam. Now just look at the Swaram and Sahityam, how it is entwined. In fact, in Swathirunal's Padavarnams, if we just look at the Sahityam for the Chittaswaram, we can automatically get the Swarams also, because it is so full of Swaraksharams. Manida Pama Padapa Dapa Maga Manida Nibadama Padamaga Manida. That is the Swaram. Manidarpana Vidhu Pada Para Khagavidha Vimadamaya Pima Samanida. That is Sahityam. So it is almost 85% Swaraksharam. In the same Varnam, Da Dani Pa Pada Ma Da Pada Padani Dani Da Pa Ma Pada Pa Ma Gare sa ma ga ma pa ni da da pa ni da sa ni ga ri sa ni dha tri kripa bata madhava tavadati dhuni dhava babudha bhavati kimu vahasi muda daramika himagiri samada. This is the Sahityam. So even a simple line like sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa, the Sahityam he puts sa ni thi pati girisha. So brilliantly he is given the Sahityam. So there are some compositions which my Guruji Dr. Balamurali has tuned, because some songs which are already there, like Deva Deva Kalyami or Pakkajalochana or Bhavyam Raghuramam was actually only in Saveri. Sri Semangudi Srinivasaya, knowing that 90% of Carnatic musicians don't give any attention to Sahityam, and since this composition deals with one big chunk of Ramayana, it would be relevant only if all the charanams are sung. So to make musicians sing all the charanams, he made it into a Ragamalika so that at least for the melody people would sing it. That is how Bhavyami became a Ragamalika. In fact, it was a very good friend of mine who's still alive, a lady called Geeta Menon, Geeta Narayanan, who lives in Travancore now. Her guru was Kanchipuram Ellappa Pillai Mudaliyar. Some of you would have been familiar with his name. She was the first person to use Bhavyam Raghuramam as a dance piece. So I feel very happy that I knew the gentleman who made it a Ragamalika. Semangudi was my guru's guru and the first person to have danced it also. So Bhavyam Raghuramam, those songs, they are tuned in a certain way. Some people would say it is a brilliant tune. Some others would say that not enough congruence between the meaning of the Sahityam and the Raga. For example, Ati Ghora Shurpanakha. So Shurpanakha is scary, Ghoram is terrible, and Ati Ghoram is really, really terrible. And that is tuned in a very sweet, cute ragam like Mohana. So, in fact, I used to have some friendly sparring sessions with Sri Semangudi Srinivasaya. He used to take it in the right spirit when I questioned him, because I knew him from the time I was born, literally. So I would say, how can you put Ati Ghora Shurpanakha in a raga like Mohana? So he would say, it sounds nice, just some nice ragas with contrast, I just tuned it off like that. And the older I became, and the more deeper I went into music, the more I questioned him. He would almost get scared to see me because he didn't know. And I'm called Raghu at home. So sometimes after one session like this, he would just look at me. He would say. So, but the compositions which are already tuned, let it be. And one small thing about Mohana Kalyani, my current guru, Dr. Balamurali Krishna, he has created a bunch of new ragas. Some are totally new, which doesn't resemble anything which existed earlier. But many of them are actually existing Hindustani ragas, which were not there in Carnatic, which he has taken. So in Hindustani, they have this beautiful raga called Chandrakons, which is like Hindolam Malkons with a big knee. This is Chandrakons, which is not there in Carnatic music. So Balamurali sir made a song in Chandrakons and he gave it the name Chandrika. Of course, he speaks with his charming Telugu accent and he says Chandrika. So Chandrika is actually Chandrakons. There is another raga called Chaya Nat. there's a beautiful Tulasidas bhajan, which Balamurali sir tuned, which has in the Sahityam Gopala Gokula Vallabhi Priya. It is Chayanat, but we don't have Chayanat in South India. So he called it Vallabhi because of the word Vallabhi. And Mohana Kalyani going up Zari ga pa ma ga pa da sa ni da da ka re sa ni da ga da pa re ga re da zari ga pa ma ga pa da pa ma ga re sa. This is sa ni ga pa da sa. Mohanam going up sa ni da pa ma ga re sa, coming down Kalyani. It is a very common, popular and old raga in Hindustani music called Shuddha Kalyan. So Swathi Maharaja, being competent in Hindustani music, he just adopted an existing Hindustani raga and called it Mohana Kalyani. He has composed, he has made another raga. We have Lalita, which is Rigamada Nisa Nidamaga Sarigama, no Panchama. So he added a Panchamam while coming down. Sarigama Nisa Sanida Ma Gamarisa, and called it Lalita Panchama. So like that he's created some ragas. As for me, the older I get and the closer I am with Balamurali sir, who is himself a Vagekara, I've had the privilege of sitting with a Vagekara and kind of observing how the creative mind works. We can have lyrics which somebody can write poetry, or we can have a guy who will give music to existing lyrics. But the speciality of a Vagekara is that the union between the Sahityam and Sangeetam is so total that the music is the tune for the words. It is not like it is in Chakravaram or Kalyani. So I have tried to keep all these aspects in mind and approach Maharaja's compositions my own way. If we want to listen to Tyagaraja Kriti, it is better to listen to a Tyagaraja Kriti and not tune a Swathi Kriti in the idiom of Sri Tyagaraja. Same with Dikshita, with all these people. There are so many compositions which are tuned with borrowed, not only Sangatis, but borrowed entire tunes from existing compositions by Sri Tyagaraja, Dikshita and others. If we play that in an instrument, we will feel it is the Manasu Swathina Mainaya Kanuniki Marimantra Tantramu Yela. This is Tyagaraja Kriti. Bhakta Parayana Mamavananta Padmanabha Satatam. This is Swathi Kriti. So I feel it is just Manasu or Akshay Linga Vibho. So one person got that tune originally. So who got it and who stole, we don't know. But definitely Swathi composition, for me it sounds like Akshay Linga Vibho or Manasu Swadhina Maina taken for Bhakta Parayana. The song is a beautiful song, but I feel somewhere along the line, earlier they were talking about the Sopanam tradition which got died out. I feel the original authentic voice of Swathi got snuffed out and muffled because of reasons like this. So I have kept the Chittaswarams in his Padavarnams as my Gita, my Bible, my Quran, everything, and approached some of his compositions where there is a composition called Japat Japat Harinama. I have tuned it in a Raga Malika where I'll just give you one line. He talks about he extols the virtue of Nama Japama. So he says, it is not just when you get up in the morning, take a bath and do Nama Japama. Anytime, Snane, when you are taking a bath, Pane, when you are drinking something, I'll just drink something so that it doesn't become a dry tongue. Shayane, when you are lying down. Gamane, when you are walking. Dane, when you are giving danam. Gane, when you are singing. Dharma vidhane, when you are doing dharma. Apati, during apat we will all think of God. Sampati also, during good time, during bad times, during good times. Sampati cha akhila samaye. All time, bad times, good times, all times. Sri Pati, Sri Lakshmi's Pati, Hari, Vishnu. Sri Pati, Padam Anu Chintaya Hridaya. Always think of Vishnu Padam in mind. So, keeping what I sang earlier, Manida Pama Padapa, Manidar, like that, Snane, Bane, Shayane, Gamane, Dane, Gane, Dharma Vidhane. And if you look at the oldest available books of Maharaja's compositions, at least the index with the raga name, if you look at Tyagaraja Kritis, you will find dozens of songs in Todi, Sri Tyagaraja. So at Thirunal, you would be surprised. There is Kalyani, Sankaravarnam, Todi, Bhairavi, Karagarappe, all this is there. But the maximum used raga is Bihar. Not only his Hindustani compositions in Bihar, but his Padams, many Carnatic compositions. And we have Padam, Javale, Tilana in Bihar. But Maharaja is one of the few people who has written Kirtanams in Bihar also, of which Smarajanaka Shubha Charita is a very popular composition. So this Snane, Pane, Shayane, Gamane, Snane, Pane, Shayane, Gamane, Dane, Gane, Dharma Vidhane, Snane, Pane, Shayane, Gamane, Dane, Gane, Dharma Vidhane, Apati Sampati Cha Akhila Samaye, 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 Sri Pati Padamanu Chintaya Hridaya, Japat Japat Harina Manuja, Japat Japat Harina. This is one part of a fourth part. So we can see lyrics, old Rama Varma, and music, current Rama. So it's such a pleasure it's a privilege, it's a blessing to be able to give life to great composition left for us by a person like him. I always say, when people call me the descendant of Maharaja, they say, since you are descendant of Maharaja, you must be composing also. I say, no. Firstly, they call me descendant because I've descended. I'm not at his level. Secondly, I don't compose. So I say, when I'm alive, I may not compose, but after I die, I decompose. So this is just one example. And again, Professor Achyut Shankar, he spoke about the festival I conduct in Maharaja's Palace. That is, this coming January, the festival is celebrating its 15th birthday. So that festival is my baby. So normally, for a parent, the teenage is the biggest problem in bringing up a child. But for me, definitely the first 4 or 5 years were the worst. Now, as a teenager, the festival is doing very well. We don't have tickets or reservation or passes or anything. And anybody who is interested can just come and be in Trivandrum from January 4 to 13. The program is already ready. You can find it online, or if somebody is interested, they can ask me also. And I just sang 1/4 of a composition now. This is in 4 ragas. Not only this, but many compositions of Maharaja sung by Sanjay Subramaniam, my student Amrita Venkatesh, who is here now, by many other great musicians, Mangalapalli Balamuralikrishna. I have taken the video and uploaded it on youtube.com, so that at least what we can do, we can leave behind, because we have technology now which was not there during Maharaja's time. And I hope that more and more people will go deeper and deeper into their chosen subject, whether it is Maharaja, dance or Tyagaraja. Because so, when we touch something superficially, after some time we get bored. There isn't enough to hold our attention. But if we go deeply into a subject, then we find that the deeper we go, the more and more vast it becomes. And I'm very, very happy to be here with you in Kalakshethra, which has been a dream for me because of my MD Ramanathan connection. At least once before I die, I wanted to step into this place, and that has happened today. I'd like to thank you all for having me. If anybody has any questions, they can ask. Normally the people who really have good questions, they approach us after the talk and ask privately. But with Professor Achyut Shankar, nobody had questions because it is an unquestionably wonderful talk.
We welcome questions from the audience. Yours is once again an unquestionable talk, sir. Thank you so much for being with us. And more than anything, we are in debt for your Atmanta Bhakti for the composer and the Guru M.D. Ramanathan, which Kalakshethra is very, very in debt of.
In fact, on YouTube, I have uploaded at least 10 compositions of Sri M.D. Ramanathan, which I have sung and I've taught others, and they have sung also. You can just search for M.D. Ramanathan on YouTube and you will find it. That is your wealth, that is your legacy. So you people must do more and more, I feel, specifically for M.D. Ramanathan.
Thank you so much. Now we request Professor Janardhanan to felicitate Prince Rama Varma.